in the scriptures it says that the bone of an animal is very impure. When you touch a bone of an animal, you should immediately take bath. But this is a bone of an animal, and we blow it and we use this in the puja, and so it's a very contradictory situation. But this is the Vedas. They can contradict themselves, and they're always right. Whatever the Vedas say is right. We accept it. That was one of the examples Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada gave us. Another one was the stool of an animal is completely impure. But the stool of Gomata is used even for medicine. It is used for housemaking. It is used for cooking. So nothing impure about it. So can you imagine the apparent, who can think of other contradictions like that? The skin of the cow, when it's made into leather, it is played in the Vedanga. So it's also, so in the Vedas there are such apparent contradictions that teach us that the Vedic knowledge is on a very high platform, and we should respect the Vedic knowledge. That Vedic knowledge is really, it's for us crucial and essential. The Vedas are very extensive literature, so they are coming from revelations. Revelations given to saintly personalities such as Srila Vyasadeva. And in India, Prabhupada used to say that anybody who claims anything, they will ask him, where does it say what you say in the Vedas? If he then cannot show it, then he has a very weak stand. So the Vedic knowledge is of that unique way that it actually compounds itself into a collective body of transcendental information, sustaining each other through quotations, which can be counter-checked, verified by helping each other to shed light on the existence of the being in this world. So today, this morning, after we had the little conch shell blowing training, now we want to know what is Vedic knowledge. Let's see. What areas of Vedic knowledge do you know, and which book responds to it? I want to hear this from all of you. And actually, this is written down somewhere, but it should be written in your memory. So let's do one by one. We go, because we start this time counter clock, because Gurudeva is here. So you tell me one book and what area of knowledge, then one after the other. One Vedic book, and what area of knowledge it covers. Yes. I start with one. Srimad Bhagavatam. It covers the area, the history of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now you.
Instruction of Krishna to Arjuna.
That's not
to everybody, to everyone.
also.
And to Arjuna and to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now.
Well, this way, Mahabharata also is an extended explanation of the Bhagavad Gita for everyone. That we can understand some things that the other way is so difficult.
Yes, to Mahabharata it can be said that it was given especially for the Kali Yuga, for the people.
Oh, sorry.
The Kali Yuga people of lesser intelligence, the Vedic knowledge has been put into very much story form, and it forms also the beautiful story of Bharatavarsha, the history of this culture where we are belonging to, the Vedic culture. Next, Maharaj.
Manu Samhita, laws for humanity.
Yes, very important. The Manu Samhita, it gives us the knowledge of how to behave and what are the rules in this world. Very important.
The Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita give us the knowledge of the life and pastimes of Lord Chaitanya.
Why Chaitanya Charitamrita is Vedic knowledge? Can you explain that? It was written 500 years ago. It doesn't come from Vyasadeva. Or?
Well, because it speaks about Krishna in an authentic way. So, for some people it's not Vedic, but we, as Gaudiya, Vaishnavas, accept this as Vedic because also it's always supported by Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Charitamrita is quoting always Srimad Bhagavatam. So you were saying, that the real, if you want to present something new, must be supported by Vedic knowledge. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the immature knowledge of Vedic knowledge. And also because in Srimad Bhagavatam it is announced the coming of Prabhu. Announced it. Also we can see that
In the case of Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is said that Vrindavan Thakur is the incarnation of Srila Vyasadeva. And there's one more very important thing in this connection to explain this. When we say in the 10 offenses, do not offend scriptures of the Vedic knowledge or in accordance with the Vedic knowledge. So that sometimes there's further revelations, like take Srimad Bhagavatam with the purpose of Prabhupada. That means that not only the Vedic knowledge is there in the Bhagavatam, but it's also there in Prabhupada's purpose. They are also Veda. So they're expanded Veda. And that's very important. That also explains why Vedic knowledge adapts itself to different time, places and circumstances. Vedic knowledge is very, very amazing. It has, you could say, flexibility, that it can be explained to people under different circumstances, and those different circumstances may add further commentaries to it, but who are faithful to the inner meaning. Okay, then now Mohini. Any Vedic book and area of knowledge?
Upadeshamrita.
Upadeshamrita is a book by Rupa Goswami. Yes, we would also consider it part of the Vedas, just like I said, like the essence of instructions, no? The nectar of instructions. But it covers an area of spiritual knowledge which is very, very interesting. Upadeshamrita really is amazing. Okay, Madhusudan Maharaj. Huh?
El Ramayana.
Ribol.
Ramayana.
¿Otro más?
No, ¿qué es lo que cubre el
El
Ramayana?
Ramayana es la instrucción para ser un buen rey, ¿no? El señor Rama vino a mostrar eso. Un rey ideal, ¿no?
Yes, and the history of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his appearance as Lord Rama, Vishvarupa.
The Vedas, but I don't know the book, but regarding the Ayurveda, Guru Maharaj.
Yes, Ayurveda has several books. Charaka Samhita is one. And there's many other texts also. So the texts of Ayurveda, Dhanvantari. Well, how many books you know, my dear? Ayurveda.
Yeah, it's actually Tarap Sangita it is called. And Sarvak Muni wrote at this all this thing. And then after that is Bhagavad Bhatta, another Acharya. He came like maybe like 10,000 years ago, and he wrote some books. It's called Bhagavad Bhatta, and he also wrote it about what is Charvak Muni wrote it. That's he explained nicely how it is he can utilize this medicine.
How many of these books are available about Ayurveda?
Still is available, but is all that thing is Sanskrit. So that's why it's very difficult to read and doing about that.
They're only in Sanskrit?
Only Sanskrit. After that, many people made is like English, translate and sloka after that meaning. But it's purely meaning is really very hard because they was very educated and Sanskrit was very strong, like strong Sanskrit. So it's going on. Still is this culture is going on. Is Ayurveda nicely if you like to take the treatment. That for South India is the best place. Like a Kerala, like a Andhra Pradesh, like a Tamil Nadu. Other places are not that much in Ayurveda is good.
Okay, now
Bhagavad Gita.
already just said Maharaj.
Any book, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, many books.
Quoting a famous seventh Goswami for his 100 books literature contribution to the Vedic knowledge. Okay. Kamal.
Los Puranas.
Los Puranas. How many Puranas are there?
No lo sé. ¿Cuánto?
18 Puranas. Which 6 are for those in the mode of Tamaguna, 6 are for those in the mode of Rajaguna, and 6 are for the people in the mode of Sattvaguna. And the Puranas, they are giving extensive description of Vedic knowledge and stories. It's full of stories. Okay, next, who has any other area of knowledge of the Vedas in his books? I know you have not read all these books, but at least you should know that they exist. When Prabhupada wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, he said, I don't imagine that anybody will really understand this, but I wrote it anyway because people should know that such things exist. He spoke about Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the Rasa Tattva of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Who next? Siddhanta?
Sri Ishopanishad. Om Pranamidam. This verse is for me, very difficult to understand, but Srila Prabhupada has very beautifully translated this into English and made it very relevant for devotees to see how the Lord is basically everything in its fullness, and helps us see our relationship to the Supreme.
Very good. So you're saying Sri Ishopanishad. Actually, you're making reference to the Upanishads also, because there's many. How many Upanishads are there?
3.
108.
Upanishads? No, 108.
Oh,
A little off. 108 Upanishads, of which some are the more important ones. Let's see, who can remember some important Upanishads? No, Brahma-vaivarta is Purana. And Brahma-vaivarta Purana is a famous Purana which has been interpolated. The Britishers and others have actually taken the script and disappeared the original and made interpolations. Therefore, in the Brahma-vaivarta Purana you find Jesus mentioned and Mohammed, but these are very clearly interpolations. Bhavishya, Brahma-vaivarta is Purana also. Yeah, Brahma-bhavishya.
Purana.
Purana, okay. Then, so we have more Upanishads. Taittiriya Upanishad, the Katha Upanishad, Gita Upanishad. That's the Gita. Who can remember more Upanishads? Kena Upanishad.
One is the Isha Upanishad.
Yes, we mentioned already. Okay, what more? You know some other area of Vedic knowledge?
Dharma?
Huh?
Jaiva Dharma?
This is book of Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Yoga Sutras?
Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Yes. This is another branch of Vedic knowledge. Hatha Yoga has been explained in Patanjali and in some Shiva Purana. Shiva Purana is also talking about the yoga process. You? Another one? You? Okay. Now the scholars can come up with what is missing.
Brahma Samhita.
Brahma Samhita, very nice, very nice. Special book found by Lord Chaitanya in South India. That belongs to the Samhitas. There's actually also many Samhitas, and of which we probably don't know too much. Next.
Itihasa.
The Vedas, the original Vedas. What's the name of the original Vedas?
Veda,
Samaveda.
Very interesting. What can you tell us about the four Vedas?
That it is not necessary to learn about, to study them. Vedaistas are very, no, Traiguna dice ya Vedanis, Traiguna Babal. Nirvana in the Southern The Vedas are talking about the three modalities of nature, so there is no need to study them. Be above all these Vedas. And the purpose, the final purpose of the Vedas is Krishna. Vedaistas are Dios. So if you know Krishna, you already know Veda. Also, Vedesu Durlabam Admavakto. Durlabam says it's very difficult to find Krishna in the Vedas. But if you associate with the devotees very comfortably, very easily you will know about Krishna. So there's not so much need. Also it is said that to learn one Veda you need 10 years. 10 years for each Veda is complete brahmacharya. So to learn the 4 Vedas you need 40 years in complete brahmacharya. That's what I heard from authorities.
So that goes as far as our Veda studies is concerned. Right?
4 Vedas, only 4 Vedas.
Okay, now we have what more? What more scriptures are there? And areas of Vedic knowledge. Vedanta Sutra, very important. The great philosophy of Vedanta Sutra, which has been explained by Srila Vyasadeva, and the Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the natural commentary on the Brahma Sutta. Other acharyas have given other commentaries, and who gave the Vaishnava commentary on Vedanta Sutra? Yes. What is it called? Govinda Vasya. So this is another very important aspect to understand all the Vedic branches of knowledge. But let's see, is there more, or we covered them?
Itihasa.
Itihasa is part of the Mahabharata. That is Itihasa, for example.
Vedangas.
The Vedangas. We don't know much about the Vedangas, do we? El Artha Shastra. Militar.
Danur Veda. Artha sería economía. Danur Veda es el de la guerra. Niti Shastra de la política.
So Artha Shastra. What about Jyotish? Where is explanation to be found about Jyotish in the Vedas? What are the books about Jyotish?
De Paramadvaiti.
Ahora. Para Sahora Shastra.
¿Cómo?
Para Sahora Shastra. Para Saramuni.
Which one?
Geranda
Samhita. I have not heard of this.
It's a yoga text.
Huh?
Like yoga.
Geranda Samhita.
Garga Samhita. De Garga Muni. Muy bueno. You read?
Huh? Anything else? Scholars? Any other memories?
Well, we mentioned Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavata. There is also Chaitanya Mangala. And Chaitanya Charita.
If Bhagavatam gets lost and Chaitanya Charitamrita remains, then nothing is lost. And if Chaitanya Charitamrita gets lost, but Paramadvaiti Swami remains, then nothing is lost. Everything is there. So he said only with this, all Vedic knowledge, everything is there.
So it's time to read Prapanajivanamrita. Who said that?
Bhakti Pramod.
Pramod Puri Maharaj said that.
They say Srila Prabhupada also always carried in his bag. His sister paid for the first page.
This shows how great Srila Maharaj is.
Very good.
Any other further Vedic knowledge and area of Vedic knowledge we should take in consideration? Huh? Vastu Shastra, yes. Also that is another area of the distribution of spaces. How the spaces are properly distributed. Huh?
Panchatantra.
Panchatantra, Gurudeva, que bueno.
No,
Panchatantra ki jai.
Prueba el Kama Sutra.
Huh?
Kama
Sutra. Also Kama Sutra is part of the Veda. Hey, Shanti. So what are the shlokas? Shh. What are the shlokas speaking about the Vedas from our scripture, like Traigunya, Vishaya, Veda, and there's don't be attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. So there's different shlokas giving us some information about Vedas. It's para Vasudeva para Veda, Vasudeva para Yagya, para Tapa, Vasudeva para Agati. So there's one shloka in the Bhagavatam giving us reference to that Vasudeva is understood through the Vedas. So the Vedas are the books of Vedavyas, and Vedavyas gives us the understanding of how to approach the infinite Lord. So this is our morning meditation on the Vedas. We have so many commentaries, there's so many books written. But then there is one instruction. Srila Prabhupada said, but actually it's right there from the 6 Goswamis. Do not be eager to read too many books. And there's another instruction that there are certain books that are prohibited. You're not supposed to read them because we are not mature enough for reading them. Gurudeva, what do you explain to us about prohibited books? What are they and why?
What are they?
What's their names?
Gita Govind is one of them. Well, also some parts of the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Sri Maharaj says that we may read them only when we do complete lecture, reading of the book, he says, but actually we don't have to read this part so much, Sri Maharaj says. Also because we are more in the mood of Vipralamba than Sambhoga. So these books are more referring to Sambhoga, I think so. And in Sambhoga only the Manjaris stay there. So we don't have to go. No? Sri Maharaj said, no, where the angels fear to enter, fools go. Fools.
Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. That is the famous statement.
Yes.
Fools rush in. So there are some books like Govinda Lilamrita, like what else? Ujjvala Nilamani, yes. So they have not been authorized for people to read. One time Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur to publish one of these books. I think it was Ujjvala Nilamani. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said no. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said no. Then he asked a second time, no. Then he asked a third time, no. And after some while he asked a fourth time, and he said, yes, you can publish one copy. Very protected spiritual knowledge about the divine. Like Gurudev says, between Vipralamba and Sambhog, that is there, the the difference is there that in the Sambhog that is very high, the descriptions there are given for these very, very advanced souls, and they're not to be studied by those who are in the mood of separation, because that is a safer side. Okay, did we miss out any area of Vedic knowledge? Can you think about it?
Yay!
Anybody? So now it's your time for your questions. Any question? Any commentary on what we discussed this morning? Questions and commentaries. So many books. Are we supposed to read them? Do we have time to read them? Will we understand them? What a disciple should read is basically those books which his guru gives to him. That is principle. Yes, what you say?
I think is more of people are like in West Bengal and all over India. I can see people are doing sadhana, and they're eating is all type of things, fish, meat, everything, drinking. They're doing sadhana. But what can they actually? They will go back to home, or you have to follow nicely. Then you go back to home.
Well, what did Prabhupada say about this? Prabhupada, he said that the Goswamis of Vrindavan, they will be born as the monkeys and pigs in Vrindavan next lifetime, if they don't follow. And they're the Goswamis who speak others. And the Goswamis got very angry when they heard that. They were very upset about Prabhupada's commentary.
What about their sadhana, their chanting holy name and like doing some austerity?
We focus on our sadhana and do not think too much about other people's sadhana, and we do not compare ours with them, because that will only cause confusion. The sadhana is what your guru has given to you, and that is enough. Plenty. You cannot know. The sadhana is in every temple is a little different. Every temple I visited.
Another thing, like thousands of books, everyone saying this is Shastra, Lord Krishna told, they mixing so many things and then making confused. Then what can you say about these books? You will think this is Shastra, or you will have to follow particular books saying it.
Whether something is Veda or not is Veda has to be analyzed in the light of Guru, Shastra, Sadhu, Vakya, Chitete, Koryai. In that light, it has to be analyzed. Then you can from that draw the conclusion whether it is or it is not. It's difficult. Well,
Are you know very well the sadhus and a lot of sadhu and so many type of things that they're doing, they're saying they are sadhu. After that they are getting like, they are disturbing themselves and disturbing others.
For you, the sadhu is the one who you respect as a sadhu. It's not anybody who says they are sadhus, but you have to find out who are your sadhus by watching their lifestyle and hearing their commentaries. Then you may come to some conclusion. Sadhu yes or sadhu no. The other day we were hearing one guy called Jaggi Vasudev of Isha Foundation. Now he's very famous in India. Oh, the big Jaggi. And then the next thing he said, India is known for that there's no authority and there's no definition on the divine. He says Indian culture is that there's no answers. Can you imagine? He probably read too much Osho.
He made big temple in Pune.
Plenty of big temples have been made in India. And plenty of avatars have been exported.
Another guy in India, you can find out in like what is called in internet. His name is Ram Rahim. He was famous sadhu, and famous sadhu is not that much spirituality and doing so many things. Is outside is for the serving people, and his big area is like 2-3 kilometers. And his school, college, everything. He put at Gosala, everything. Now is thousands of dead body got is in underground, and then police now catches him.
What?
He's called Ram Rahim.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Yeah, Ram Rahim. He's a famous man. Is like in Haryana.
Yeah, recently.
Near to this Delhi.
They found dead bodies in his land?
Yeah, many. He used to do this. People are very just is not supporting him, and just there he has a lot of gundas and taking and cutting and putting in underground like this. So many bad thing he does. So that's why now he is in jail. 20 years government put it in.
20 years only.
Movie. He
10
has
rupees only.
movie also. He made Bollywood movie also. A big man, big area. Thousands of 2,000 people used to work every day behind him. Yeah, rock star. He's a rock star guru.
Rock star guru.
When police catch him and he's saying it, I am God man, no one can disturb me, no one can destroy me. People will do that and then people will vanish.
And he was only known in India, nobody know him outside India.
Go outside. Yeah, many of them, like, one of the, he used to know some bhajan also. His name is, I forgot his name. He also is a famous man, very good, and he used to give everyone diksha. If someone want Lakshmi, and then giving Lakshmi's mantra and chant this, and someone want Shiva mantra and he giving Shiva mantra, and someone Krishna mantra he is giving Krishna.
So generous.
His name Asaramji Bapu. You can find out in Facebook, what is called in internet. Asaramji Bapu. It's a big area he got, and he's doing this his Raj there. I don't know. After that is few years after, maybe ISKCON also inside people can got something like this. So many things happening actually. Even ISKCON inside is sometimes people are very angry or something is don't like to, not interested. Then is authority catching and bringing is like near to the Gosala. One place is there. That is called Purana Gurukul, like old Gurukul. Near there is very like what is called like forest area, and no one can go inside everything, and they putting like petrol and is burning.
My God.
Yeah, even so many like is many people are already is left. After that now is like this, something is going on, and CID also coming and finding where is that, what is going on this. Yeah.
Okay,
We heard this.
Go
I don't know.
take
One day will come out. We'll tell you something.